Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and it is July 25th, 2016, and this past weekend was the San Diego Comic-Con, where a whole bunch of spoilers and teasers were released about the upcoming television shows for the fall. So this video, I'm going to talk about Supernatural, because oh my god, guys, so much stuff was revealed. So first off, the panel happened on Sunday, July 24th, 2016, and we got to see Rob Benedict and Richard Speight Jr. Moderating together again, with the panel consisting of Jared Padalecki, Jensen Ackles, Misha Collins, Mark Shepard, Samantha Smith, aka Mary Winchester, Ruth O'Connell, aka Rowena, Robert Singer, and Andrew Dapp, the two co-showrunners of this upcoming season. So we got a whole bunch of questions. So this video is only going to deal with stuff pertaining to season 12, although I only saw, this is only information coming from what I've managed to find about the panel, so it's usually the highlights video and stuff like that. So there's that. So I'm going to try to do it in 10 minutes, so let's start the clock and let's begin. So the very first thing, I managed to find the bit of the trailer that was released. Basically, it was pretty much a recap of what's happened so far, and then at the very end, they managed to do a soon segment, which, from the looks of it, it looks like the season is going to take off immediately where we ended off, which is Dean finding Mary in the woods, or at least that's how it's going to happen for Dean. And part of my view was blocked, but it might have looked like they got into a bit of a scuffle. But as well as all that, we see Sam being tortured. We see Dean and Castiel fighting against the same lady in black with these brass knuckles, from the looks of it, on some side of the road at Crossroads, from the looks of it. We see Mary struggling to adjust to all the changes, which I'll talk about later on. And we hear her say the quote, "I never wanted this for you or Sam," assuming she's talking to Dean. But while that is being said, we see a gun being pointed above and pointed at Dean, which leaves a very, very bad impression. So that's the video. I urge you to check it out. But moving on to what was revealed in the panel, though, apparently when it comes to the villain, you can't really go any bigger than Amara, aka God's sister. So they are apparently going to go back to basics, like smaller hunts, while rooting it all back to the concept of family. They were saying how it's pretty much the closest it's been since season 1. So there's that. Also, they mentioned that we're going to get more into the British men of letters. That is where Lady Tony Bevel kind of ties that in for us, or she's the way for us to introduce that branch of the network. So she's coming back as well. And as you remember, she's the one that shot Sam. So not really liking her already. But we get to see that part of the men of letters being explored, as well as just their whole network. We're going to get more in depth, so I'm looking forward to that, since essentially all we really know is whatever Henry told the Winchesters about it when he came from the past, and then whatever they had learned from Larry in regards to what it meant. So it'll be interesting to get more information of what it is they truly mean and what differs the British branch from what the American branch was. Also, Lucifer is topside, so the hunt for him is on. It looks like he's going to try a few vessels. As you know, since he is an archangel, he needs a very specific vessel in order to be comfortable. And it looks like his first comfortable vessel is going to be played by Rick Springfield. And he's going to play the vessel, which is a rock star named Vince. So for Lucifer, he's going to come across very easily. He's come to realize that the name Lucifer itself comes with a lot of baggage. So he's going to play around with the fact that he's going to need different vessels and trying to basically live life from the looks of it. That's my understanding of it. So, also, Sam is alive. Like I mentioned, the trailer showed him being tortured. So, he's not really in the clear, for sure, though. But they talked a lot about Mary Winchester in particular. They mentioned how her return is going to bring out new dynamics, because apparently the 30-plus years that she's been dead for is pretty much a blank for her. All she remembers is the day that she died. She has no idea what has happened to her sons, no idea that they've even grown up. So because of that gap, essentially, she now finds that her sons are two grown men who she has no idea who they've become. or who they've grown into. And then Sam and Dean is basically, they really don't have a relationship with their mother, because when she was last alive, Sam was 6 months old, barely having any memory of her, and then Dean was 4, and he has a spotty memory of who Mary was to him. So they're supposed to be very important people in their lives, and yet they have no basis behind the relationship. So forging that is definitely going to be something we're going to see. Mary's return also brings out another option of vulnerability for Sam and Dean, because now they have another weak spot in the form of Mary. So there's that. We're going to see what it means for blood family. Supernatural's always been around, the concept of family not ending in blood. And so now that we actually have a blood relative, that Sam and Dean are going to try to figure out what it means to be a family with Mary, because it's definitely going to be different than what it means to be a family with John. So there is that. When it comes to Castiel, Misha mentioned that pretty much it's going back to how we first were introduced to Castiel back in season 4. I'm interpreting it like a soldier with a mission, as he is now going to be, he wants to find Lucifer and kind of get payback for what he did. But Castiel seems to have some of his mojo back, and apparently he might have some broken wings, so not sure if he can travel angel air or not. But he did mention that there is an interesting dynamic between him and Mary, because they are both outsiders to the Winchester brother dynamic. So there's that. And going on with the theme of family, with Crowley, apparently his family dynamic expands. They even specifically mentioned his son Gavin. So that was pretty interesting. So the last time we saw Gavin was when season 9, when Abaddon took him out of the past and brought him to the future, and there's that version of him. There's also a version of Gavin that we met back in season 6, I believe, when he was a ghost and Bobby was trying to get to him to get to Crowley. I believe that it was. Also, Crowley is dead set on getting revenge against Lucifer for making him lick the floor. So there's that. Also, with Rowena, apparently she takes a step back from being the power manipulator. She's basically trying to be the puppeteer behind the man in charge. And she takes a step back with questions of what does she want to do with this, or why does she want to do this? But then apparently she gets pulled back into old habits, so that'll be something. And Ruth actually mentioned that she's not even sure if Rowena is aware that Crowley had a son. So it'll be interesting to see if or when Rowena actually meets her grandson, Gavin. So that's something to look forward to. Also, we got confirmation that we will see the return of Sheriff Jody Mills, Claire Novak, Alex Jones, Sheriff Donna Hanscom, and as like mentioned before, Gavin. So there's a few familiar faces there that have been confirmed. Thankfully, I believe they have been called the Wayward Daughters. I believe the Supernatural family has called them. So it'll be interesting. I really hope all 4 women are in the same episode, because that would be pretty cool to see what it means for Jody and Donna to reunite, and what Donna does when she is introduced to Claire and Alex. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that I managed to gather from the panel. The cast also did a Nerd HQ panel, so go find that and check that out, because I swear it is hilarious. One thing I am unsure about, though, is that with the appearance of Samantha and Ruth on the panel, I'm not sure if that means they're series regulars, or if that means they're more reoccurring this season than before, but it was definitely great to get their insight on things, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, also, guys, there's a coworker of mine brought this rumor up to me. Try to look it up, try to see if it was true or not. I only found 1, maybe 2 sources, but that's about it. So I'm not even sure if this is true or not. So please, if you're able to find it, or you're either able to confirm or deny it, please let me know. And the rumor is that Supernatural was renewed for a season 13 as well, when it was renewed for season 12. So I'm doubtful, not because I don't think the show can make it, it's just that I'm doubtful that it would be announced this early on. I mean, if something like that were to happen, then I would assume that maybe the cast and crew and the creators of the show would know about a renewal like that, but they wouldn't release it to us even before season 12. So please, if you have any news about season 13, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, that's it. I'm going to end it there. So comment down below if you have your own spoilers for season 12 that you found out at San Diego Comic-Con that maybe I didn't catch, or maybe you were there in person and you were privy to some tidbit information, because I gotta say, it's been at least 24 hours and I'm still waiting for stuff to be released on the internet, because that is how I get my stuff. So there is that. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. I recently posted a video sharing with you guys my top 5 favorite moments of season 11, so go check that out as well. I also did a WordPress post for that as well. Link for that will be down below. Otherwise, check out my Supernatural playlist if you want an easy access. There's the timer for all that. And don't forget to subscribe to my Tumblr page and check that out. Definitely going to get back into it once things start picking up again, but retagging everything, so it's taking some time. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is Mel. Wishing you a great day, great week wherever you are. Have a great summer. Bye, guys.